Hello beautiful booktubers, I'm Becky Bookworm and I'm here today to do my Sci-Fi September wrap-up. For those that don't know, Sci-Fi September ran for the whole of September. It was hosted by myself and it was basically just a way to get myself and anybody that fancied it joining in and reading as much sci-fi as they could. There were some challenges. I'll link the original video there and there so you can see. I didn't complete all of them because I just ended up not reading as much as I thought I was going to read. I ended up reading 3 books for Sci-Fi September, and the first one was Ancillary Justice by Anne Leckie. I buddy read this with Eleanor from Eleanor Reads Books and we both struggled at the beginning. It's quite complicated. It sort of drops you in this world. It doesn't explain anything properly. You're trying to figure out who these ancillaries are, who Breck is, what the ship is. But ultimately it's the story of... It's still hard to explain. Breck, and it's set in 2 different timelines. We've got the past and we've got the present. Past Breck is an ancillary and is linked to all these empty shell human bodies who basically are part of this big, what's the word? They basically go and colonise planets and turn everybody into ancillaries or into, I can't remember the name for it, but it's like part of them, and they basically go and conquer everyone and either hollow people out or get people to change the ways and become part of this world. So the present is Breck basically trying to hunt down somebody for some reason, but you don't know why. I'll leave it at that because I'm not explaining it very well, but it's hard at first. I really did struggle. Me and Eleanor, every day we were voxing each other just saying, do you know what's going on? I think it's this, I think it might be this, I'm not sure. So, and I don't like, when I'm tired and I've come home from work, I don't like having to work so hard for a story. And I did really struggle. But then about halfway, maybe a little bit further in, it sort of started clicking into place. And I found myself enjoying it more and being able to explain what was going on in the book. And when I got to the end of it, I felt really accomplished, probably because it was so bloody hard. But I'm glad I read it, and it ended up being one of my favourite books that I read last month. Because it was quite difficult, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, but like I said, I did really enjoy it. The next book, which I started reading at the same time as reading Ancillary Justice because I just needed something easy, was Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Belleza. This was sold to me as sort of as Arya Stark in space, and yeah, it was a YA fantasy space opera thing, and the female protagonist is the last in line to a throne. The parents are dead and there's a conspiracy that means people believe there's an attack on her life and people believe her to be dead, but she's not. She's actually escaped, and she's trying to hunt down the person that she thinks is trying to kill her, and it's about the people she met along the way. The first half I was just like, it's all a bit predictable. I'm not really liking the characters. I just don't really care what happens to them. But then in the second half, it kind of kicked it up a notch and shit started going down, and I quite enjoyed it. Like I said, quite an easy read. But I probably won't read any more by this author because I wasn't blown away by it, and I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And the final book was The Edge of Human, which is Blade Runner #2 by K.W. Jeter. This I picked up in a second-hand bookshop a few months ago, and it follows on directly from when the film finishes. I say the film because the books Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep was quite different from the film, and I can't remember if it ties in with it anyway because it's a long time since I've read it. But shoulders. But this was okay, I guess. You follow Deckard, who's stolen Rachel, the replicant, away, and he's keeping her in a time capsule thing where she wakes up for a little bit of time because her life is slowly running out because they only get 4 years, and the head of the Tyrell Corporation is dead, and the cousin, I think, or niece of the guy that ran the Tyrell Corporation comes back, and she's a bit of a dick, and there's a conspiracy going on, and it was alright. I wasn't enamoured with it. I didn't have a very good reading month last month. Like I said, I struggled to get through. But yeah, it was it was okay. I gave that 2 out of 5. So that's everything I read for Sci-Fi September. If you took part, let me know what you think of it. Should I do it again next year? If I do it again next year, does anybody want to help me host it so we can spread the word far and wide? And I had loads of fun. It was really good seeing everybody's videos and having a chat about it and discovering new books as well. Hopefully next year I can pick some books that I enjoy a bit more. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video. Big hugs. Bye!